The setup that I'm going to use is fairly straightforward. I am doing a bit of a trick here, which hopefully you guys will catch. I've got shows on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the first rule said H is shown on Thursday and no show is after it on that day. So what I did is I put H on Thursday, but I'm going to go from earlier shows to later shows. And I put H on the very bottom line to make it clear that there isn't anything after it on Thursday. Okay? So that's my way of protecting myself from making an error later in the game. I've got white space up here. Maybe G is there, maybe L is there, maybe both G and L are there on Thursday, but they're not going to be after H on Thursday.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So I think the trouble that I had with this game is that when I read the rules, how did you know that other shows were also shown in addition to H? I read them as, I guess that's my own fault for reading them as only H is shown on Thursday.
Well, no. I mean,
you make that assumption in a game, like
no, ain't no assumptions. Ain't no assumptions. The rules mean exactly what they mean, no more and no less. So let's look back at the text. It says each film is shown at least once during the festival, but never more than once on a given day. It also says on each day, at least one film is shown. At least one means one or more. We have 3 films available to show. If at least one film has to be shown each day, but no film can be shown more than once each day, then that means we have 1, 2, or 3 films shown every day. That's not assumption, that's inference, that's fact. That's something that has to be true because of what the setup told us. Now, it's true that it's possible that this is the only show on Thursday. They never told us that there has to be another show on Thursday. But there are other films available to be shown. Specifically, it said that no film is shown after Harvest on Thursday. And again, because normally, like if you go to the movie theater, it might have the times from top to bottom, right? Either that or it's going to have the times from left to right, sequentially. But if I put the H here on the bottom line for Thursday, I'm defining that as this is the late show. But there's white space up here. Could be G, could be L, could be GL, could be LG, or could be nothing. There's actually 5 different combinations for the films on Thursday. Everybody clear that far? Great.
Thank you.
Friday, the last show has to be G or L. So I've got G or L sitting on that bottom line. And then I've got also a note here that says you can't have both G and L on Friday because that's what the rule said. Either G or L and not both is the last film on Friday. Either G or H, but not both, is the last film on Saturday. Is this okay for a setup? I wanted to ask you guys at this point, would you rather see me do this game using worlds or not using worlds? I can do it either way. Okay, everybody says not, well, 50-50.
Would you say that using worlds is like the most efficient way to do these type of questions, or?
It's the thing about making worlds is that it's a skill that I believe everybody needs to have. I don't know anybody who's going to crush the logic games without doing worlds sometimes. This game particularly, if I was gonna make worlds, I think I would have to make 4 of them. The purpose of making worlds is to eliminate rules. If I was gonna make worlds here, I want to eliminate this clunkiness and this clunkiness. And so what I'm thinking is I could get rid of this and this by making a world where it's G or L on Friday. So that's one split that creates two worlds. I also can get rid of this and this by splitting based on whether it's G or H on Saturday. So 2 times 2 is 4. So I would end up with basically the 4 combinations are GG, GH, LG, and LH for the last 2 shows on Friday and Saturday respectively. So if I was going to do it, I would make 4 templates, and then I wouldn't have these slashes anymore, and I also wouldn't have these weird block things anymore. I would just have the combinations. But I'll tell you what, let's compromise. I'll do it both ways for you. So I'm going to start by answering all of the questions. I'll show you what I would have had to do if I had made no worlds. I'm sure I'm going to be able to answer the questions. I'll probably have to do some work to answer the individual questions. Then I'll start the game over, I'll make the worlds, and then you guys can compare and contrast the 2 approaches. Does that sound good? All right. Hey, I'm noticing a lot of black squares. If I could get a few more cameras on, I would really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. You don't have to leave it on the whole damn time. I get there's going to be distractions and stuff, but if we could leave them on most of the time, I would really appreciate it. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. That's much better. All right. So pretending that I didn't make any worlds at all. Question number 6. This is just a list question. We're going to always do these questions by process of elimination. It doesn't matter whether I made worlds or not. For number 6, I'm going to take rules and I'm going to knock out answer choices. So the first rule, I know that Harvest is the last show on Thursday. So A has Harvest as the last show on Thursday. B has Harvest as the only show on Thursday, which means it's the last show on Thursday, which is fine. C has Harvest as the only show on Thursday. D has Harvest. D's out because it has Limelight coming after Harvest on Thursday. That violates the rule. So D is conclusively eliminated. I hit the little X and I blank out that answer. That answer is dead to me. All right. E has Harvest as the last show on Thursday. Next rule, I'm going to do these both at once. Friday, the last show has to be Greed or Limelight, and you can't have both Greed and Limelight on Friday. So A, the last show is Limelight on Friday, and it's the only show, so that's fine. B has Greed, then Limelight on Friday. Goodbye, because you can't have both Greed and Limelight on Friday. C has Limelight as the only show on Friday. That's fine. E has Limelight, then Harvest on Friday, which is also gone because the rule said the last show on Friday has to be Greed or Limelight. Harvest can't come after Limelight on Friday, so E's out. I'm down to A and C. I haven't tested this yet. The last show on Saturday has to be G or H, and you can't have both G and H on Saturday. A has just H on Saturday. C has L, then G on Saturday. And now I'm in a bit of a weird spot. I'm expecting to eliminate 4 wrong answers. But I've tested the first, second, and third rule, and I still haven't eliminated 4 answers. I've only eliminated 3 answers. I'm down to A and C. And some of you are going to reach that point and then feel pretty uncomfortable. Did anybody get there with just A and C left and go like, wait, what? What's going on? Anybody? Yeah? Okay, good. So I see some people in the chat saying that they got to that point. That's actually a good sign. The thing that we must have missed is something in the opening setup of the game. So it's real easy to test those indented rules. You know, it looked like we had 3 rules here, but we actually had more than that, because we had a rule that said every film has to be shown at least once. We also had a rule that said you can't show the same film more than once on any day. So go back to A and C, making sure that you have a G, an L, and an H. Oh, and there it is. A doesn't have G. So A has violated the rule that each film is shown at least once during the festival. Look at C. It's got a G, it's got an H, it's got a couple L's. I now have eliminated A. I also previously eliminated B, D, and E. I've tested all the rules. C's still standing, so C is my answer. Now I'm going to skip ahead to the questions that start with the word if. When you don't make worlds, it's especially useful to start with the if questions, because the if questions are going to at least let you write out some working scenarios, and you might be able to use those scenarios to go back and answer a general question like number 7. So I'm going to skip number 7 for now, go ahead to question number 8. If limelight is never shown again during the festival once greed is shown, which one of the following is the maximum number of film showings that could occur during the festival? Wow, I'm definitely going to have to do some testing here, okay? Once I show greed, I can never show limelight, but I'm trying to maximize the number of shows. Well, the thing is, the last show on Friday has to be G or L. So maybe I will try this both ways based on whether it's G or L on Friday, and then just try to maximize. So let's see. Two identical templates. I'm going to try it both ways with either G or L as the last show on Friday. And then I'm going to maximize the number of shows, given the restraint on number 8 that once I show once I show greed, I can never show limelight again. So in this world, once I've shown greed on Friday, I can't show limelight after that. Maximizing Saturday, well, it's going to be just G or H, not L, because I showed G here, so I can't show L here. I also can't show L here. If I make G on Friday, then I can't have L on Friday because of this rule. But I could put L on Thursday. And I also think I might as well, if I'm going for the max, I might as well put G on Thursday. And then can I put anything else? Yeah, I can. I can actually put an H earlier on Friday. So there I was able to get to 6. Can I get to 6 if I do it this way? Well, I can't show limelight once I show greed ever. So if limelight is the last show on Friday, then that means I didn't show greed on Thursday or Friday at all. I have to show it somewhere, which means I guess I have to show it on Saturday. I could put limelight before that on Saturday. I could throw an H in on Friday. I might as well throw a limelight in on Thursday, but then I'm at my max. Once I show G, yeah, if I keep showing L every day, then I can't show G until the very last show. Can't have both G and L here, can't have both G and H here, and I can't have both G and H here. I can't have both G and L here. I can't put G here at all because I'm going to show L's later in the week if I do it this way. Point is, I've got to 6 here and I got to 6 here, and so my answer for number 8 is going to be D, 6 shows. Number 9 is another if question. It says if G is shown exactly 3 times, H is shown exactly twice, and L is shown exactly once. Again, I'm going to take that new restriction and I'm going to adapt my starting setup to the new restriction spelled out by number 9. So I'll start with the 3 G's. If I'm going to have 3 G's, then that means this and this both become G's. So a G here and a G here means that I can't have H here and I can't have L here. This last show on Thursday is always an H. 3 G's, so G also has to go on Thursday. Okay, so there's my 3 G's. Now, number 9 says you also have 2 H's. Well, it can't be here because I have a G here, and there's a rule that you can't have both G and H on Saturday. So 2 H's, so I have to throw an H in here. And then 1 L. The 1 L could go, it could go here. it could go here, or it could go here. Maybe I'll put a little L in there. But there's only going to be one of those. So the L could go in any of those spots. I've got 3 G's, I've got 2 H's, and then the L, there's a little bit of flexibility with that one L. Which one of the following must be true no matter what? All 3 films are shown on Saturday? Yes. No. This could be just G and H if the one L goes on... Oh wait, 3 films on Saturday. Sorry, Thursday, okay. It does not have to be true because I don't have to put the L's here. I could put the L here, and that would be just G and H on Thursday. So the answer is not A. Exactly 2 films on Saturday? No, it could be 1 or 2 depending on where the one L goes. L and H are both shown on Thursday. L does not have to be shown on Thursday. G is the only film shown on Saturday? No, because L could go there. H and G are both shown on Friday. Yeah, as it turns out, both H and G have to be on Friday. G, obviously, if you're going to have 3 G's, then G goes every day. H also would have to go on Friday because of this rule. Once G goes on Saturday, then H can't go on Saturday. If you're going to have 2 of them, then one of them has to go on Friday. And the answer for number 9 is E. Number 10 is another if question. If Limelight is shown exactly 3 times, I'm going to try to squeeze it in down here. Okay, so for Limelight to be shown 3 times, that means Limelight is every day. So this spot becomes L, which means I can't have G there. Here, I'm going to have an L with either a G or H. L is going to have to go up here because that's my 3 L. So now I have L every day. 2 H's. I see 2 ways to do it. The other H could go here or here. It really depends on whether this is G or H. If I had more board space, I would write it out both ways. But I don't think I need to because I see that the question is only asking me for a complete and accurate list of the films that could be the first film shown on Thursday. So looking at this setup, H is always the last film on Thursday. L has to go on Thursday because it's going 3 times. Can G be the first film on Thursday? I think it can because I'm going to use one G somewhere, and as long as I put H here and here, then I think I could put my only G here. So it looks like my answer is going to be G or L. I'm going to look at the answer choices, and if I see one that says GL, that's my answer. It's D. So we had a whole bunch of if questions. I was able to make a whole bunch of scenarios. This is not an exhaustive list of the scenarios. It's just the scenarios that they have asked me about. But I go back now to number 7. Which one of the following can't be true? Harvest is the last film every day. That's not possible because of this rule about Friday. And that's why that's the answer. I didn't really get paid off here by doing the if questions first, but it doesn't cost me anything to do the if questions first. So when it helps, it can help a lot, and it doesn't really cost me any time or anything to do those questions out of order. Number 7, as it turns out, all it takes is one rule. The rule that either G or L is the last show on Friday means that Harvest is not the last film shown on every day of the festival, and the answer there is A. Okay, so that's the game without worlds. Now let me just set up the worlds for you. I may or may not answer every question. I like doing this. I like doing the games multiple ways just so you guys can see different possibilities. So the split is going to be G or L on Friday with G or H on Saturday. And you guys took high school biology. We have to do a little like Mendel's P's type of a matrix here. I think you guys can follow this. So it's either G or L on Friday. And then it's either G or H on Saturday. So G or L on Friday, and then I'm gonna replicate all of this now. It can be G or L on Friday, and I've got 2 copies of G or L on Friday because I need to split it again based on whether it's G or H on Saturday. Whoops. Gotta be careful here. These are identical. Now I'm going to make them different. These are identical. Now I'm going to make them different. And then just let me double check. It's either GG, GH, LG, or LH for the last shows on Friday and Saturday, respectively. Okay. Now, once I've done that, I do have that rule that you can't have both G and L on Friday. So when I have G on Friday, I don't have L. When I have L on Friday, I don't have G. Same thing over here. When I have G on Friday, I don't have L. When I have L on Friday, I don't have G. And then on Saturday, the same thing happens with G and H. So here and here, I don't have H's. Here and here, I don't have G's. There's my starting setup for worlds. What would the questions look like if I had done this? You know, for one thing, you do get, it does kind of simplify down, right? Like in this world, Friday, I might have an H, and I might put like this to indicate that maybe I do, maybe I don't have an H. Saturday, I might have an L. Thursday, I might have a G and I might have an L in either order. But it kind of simplifies down if you did draw it out this way. My approach to number 6 wouldn't change at all because that's just a process of elimination question. Number 7, I do think you can pretty easily glance at this and tell that in no world is it possible for H to be the last show on all 3 days of the festival, because H can't be the last on Friday. For the if questions, you know, for number 8, if Limelight is never shown again during the festival once Greed is shown, the problem is I could do that in all of these different worlds. So I actually think that the worlds don't help me at all for number 8. Let's see if they help me though for number 9 or 10. Number 9 says if Greed is shown exactly 3 times. See, that means that I'm not in this world or this world or this world. If Greed is shown all 3 times, I can only be in this world. And it would also put a G here, 2 H's would have to be here, and the 1 L could still go here or here. So I can see how maybe number 9 would have been a little bit faster if I would have had this set up to begin with. Probably number 10 is the same thing. If Limelight is shown 3 times, that means I'm not in this world. I'm not in this world because G was on Friday. I think I could show Limelight 3 times here or show Limelight 3 times here. And so maybe it gives me a little bit of like I infer right away that Harvest has to be on Thursday, which is maybe useful. Wait, no, but that's not an inference. Harvest is just always on Thursday, so that's not actually, it doesn't help me at all. I think, as it turns out, this is one of those games where the worlds just doesn't really help very much. But it also isn't going to cost me very much. To do what I've got on the board behind me, I think takes me probably 30 seconds in real life. Maybe a minute. And having it on the page, you know, I run out of whiteboard space sometimes when I'm teaching. But when you're doing the game, you're going to have a whole booklet worth of, or actually, yeah, you're going to have whatever scratch paper you want. So it's going to be real easy to, if you draw all this out and it turns out it doesn't help you, okay, maybe you wasted a minute. But on other games, an approach like this is going to save you 7 minutes. And so that's why we really hammer on the idea that if you're not doing worlds sometimes, you're probably not doing the games correctly.